Well, good morning. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. And today is Sunday, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little different. So, what are we looking forward to next week? I'm going to do 3 cards for what to look forward to. I always like the what we don't see, what to look for, what will be unexpected, a challenge we may face, the strengths that we have to look, to grab onto. And then where does it all lead? Probably. The 3 cards could be 3 different energies, but they could be the same. So we'll just play that one by ear. I'm going to use the illustrated Somnia illustrated version edition. Trying to see how I feel about it. I will tell you, this deck is really interesting as far as the Somnia goes because it's created by someone who has night terrors. And he's a photographer. And the reason why I like the original ones are actually photographs. And what he did was how he interpreted the cards kind of with his dreams. And then his book talks about that too. Like, so the little booklet that comes along with the deck is actually, this one's the best booklet as far as his other booklet was just keywords. This kind of explains the actual picture a little bit. So, anyway, it's pretty interesting if you're interested in something. I don't think it's cheap by any means. I think I don't think it's inexpensive, I should say. So let's take a look. Okay, let's do this. Okay, 3 cards for what to look forward to this week. What's coming up? 2 of Cups, Page of Cups, Judgment, what we don't see, King of Wands, what to look for, 10 of Pentacles, unexpected, 7 of Wands. Okay, right. Yeah, most of the wands are candles. So I was like, is that 7 of Wands or 7 of Swords? But no, it's not swords because I know what the 7 of Swords looks like. Anyway, so that's unexpected. A challenge we may face. Empress. A strength is Queen of Swords. And where does this go? Lovers. Interesting. Okay, advice. Knight of Wands. The devil's at the bottom of the deck. You know how we've been talking about this? I don't remember what day it was, and I don't. I think it was in one of my daily readings where the energy was back and forth. Yeah, it was because I did a short on it. Um, this is that energy, I think. I could be wrong, but the devil, something that we're totally tied to. So, an example of the book, because I really like this book, and um, I just want to give you an example of what he says, and I'll show you the card. So, it's a little bit long winded, but oh golly, I have to be able to read. My eyes are terrible, and this lighting isn't that great. Okay, among a smoke laden landscape, the devil cloaks himself in black linen and looms above 2 grievously troubled figures. Where are the two? Oh, okay, they're tied up. And then the characters originally featured within the Lovers are the disheveled and loosely bound in serpentine rope. An altar was created before the devil. See, I mean, he explains the whole card. I'm not going to go in and read the whole thing, but basically he explains the whole card. So, a lot of times what the lovers is about choices too. And so the devil is about what choices are you making and what's happening. I do feel like the energy this week, look out for something that has you attached to them. And I do feel like it's a person, and this might be a very specific reading for somebody, because we have Two of Cups, Page of Cups, Lovers, we have Judgment. Something's coming back around. And if you remember, we were talking about that energy. We were leaving behind the coming and going, and maybe that's coming in, or it's completely going and something new is coming in. Now that energy wasn't necessarily, a love interest for everyone, but I felt like it could have been. And I remember doing the reading thinking it could have been, but so anyway, I feel like that's kind of what it is. I'm sorry, this is kind of long-winded here, but oh, and so the energies going into this week, we've got Two of Cups, Page of Cups, and Judgment, and I do feel like, if we look at that, these two came out first. There is going to be some kind of offer here from somebody that you're close to. Now, this may not be love. This could be work or partnership or friendship. But for a lot of you, it's probably love. And the reason why I go with love isn't even the lovers as much as it is the devil. But it could be something else too. Usually friends we're not necessarily attached to. We choose to be with our friends, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. If we have a rough friendship, I don't know. So, but anyway, I do feel like there is some kind of offer coming in. And when I look at these two cards, the Two of Cups to me surrounding, by water feels like, a bond. A bond of something similar, or something like that feels, there's a bond here, whatever that is. Okay. So, and I feel like the Page of Cups there's some kind of offer coming in this next week, and the offer could be as little as a message, or as big as it can be any number of things, but I do feel like there is some kind of message or gift coming in. I do feel like this page also, by taking the water out of where he's at and then giving it back, it's like this, it's an offer almost of I'm going to give of myself back to whatever. It could be anything. But that's what I feel like this page is doing by doing that. In the original Rider White, he's got a little fish in his cup, but he's actually taking the water that's surrounding himself and giving it back. And I don't feel like it's emptying. I feel like it's a gift. And again, gifting of himself. I like that. And the Judgment, is that reminder of things coming back to life again. And I feel like this card in particular, he's facing his issues, which are these people in black. And he's saying, okay, I need to come back to life. Like if he were to have died, he's coming back to life. And I do feel like that's what the energy is. There's something definitely coming back to life here. And I don't know, it almost feels slightly spiritual as well to me, because of, I don't know, that Judgment with the Page of Cups. It feels very genuine and very real and very almost spiritual. I do feel like that. Definitely. I think this is super good energy coming in this week. And even with, what we don't see is the King of Wands. Now, I do feel like this could be passion. coming in, and I may clarify this King of Wands. And I'm going to use the regular Somnia. The only reason why is, again, with me and court cards, is this a person or is this... I do this more in collective readings because, you can... For me, if I'm doing a personal reading, right, the gender makes sense because you're doing it for someone specifically, but it doesn't in a collective. And you can say gender non-specific, but sometimes that doesn't make sense either, right? Like, I don't know. That's how I feel when I'm doing readings. Sometimes it does. Like, it's just the energy of that court card. Can you tell us about this King of Wands, please, and what we don't see? The Star. There's some kind. Yeah, there's hope here. And I do feel like it's passion. It is. And this Ten of Pentacles is about kind of... There is a whole story that he has in this booklet on this Ten of Pentacles about the chest being underneath this tree. It's an ancient chest. It's opening up. Here's everything it has inside of it. Basically, it's all your collections and everything that you've done. And I think that's the important part of the Ten of Pentacles. It's very, here's everything I have. Here's all of the things. And I think that you need to look at... It's going to be important to look at your home, your family, whatever is real to you. Does that make sense? Like, your foundation of you. Like, see what that's about. Look for that. Look for what is your foundation. What are you really about? What are you really looking forward into the future? What do you really want to make, create, hold on to as well? What's part of the collection? What is part of what you want to take with? What is the part that you want to grow? All of these really great things. I mean, I feel like this energy is really good. Look for that. So what is unexpected is the Seven of Wands. And I feel like this is a combination of recognition and... I mean, I feel like you're able to stand up for yourself, but I don't feel like it's this big... This is what I want. And, it's not that stubborn Seven of Wands feeling. Sometimes I feel like the Seven of Wands can be stubborn. It also can get you back into a corner. It can be all of these things. But in this Seven of Wands, I almost feel like it's victory, protecting yourself, but I feel like it's very subtle. And maybe it's just a feeling I'm getting today, but I feel like this is a very subtle sticking up for yourself, standing your ground very positively and not overbearing. Like, sometimes we can stand our ground, but we get almost defensive when we do. But this is not that. It's almost like an understanding, if that makes sense. This reading is crazy. Challenge is the Empress. But I'm not sure why this is a challenge. See, it's odd to me. Okay, so the Strength is the Queen of Swords here. So you have two sides of this. So the Empress to be is an energy of nurturing, love, caring, taking care of. The Empress, she's sewing. She's taking care of something. She's making sure that her family is clothed. The Empress energy is very giving and very nurturing. The Queen of Swords energy is she's intelligent. And in this deck, he talks about, I was reading some of the stuff on here. He talks about the gift of that. She had a blindfold and she's saying here. So she's sharing her knowledge and what she's learned along the way. and that she's able to take that blindfold off. She's yielding the sword in her non-dominant hand, so she's not ready to cast it or use it. It's more a symbol of her knowledge and her intellect and her stoicness. So the Queen of Swords to me is very stoic, very, she's very intelligent. And while she's willing to teach and share her knowledge, she's not as soft as an empress, right? She's more to the point, very, very articulate, very intelligent, very kind of black and white to a certain degree. She doesn't show her feelings, and I feel like that is going to be a strength, because I feel like what that says isn't that you shouldn't show your feelings, but I get the feeling that with that Seven of Wands and what's unexpected is that strength that you're going to be able to articulate your standing up for yourself, or sharing how you feel, or sharing something, but you're going to do it without a lot of feeling behind it. And that's the strength that you're going to have. Now, the challenge is going to be, I think that challenge is look out for yourself, because if you have a tendency to be a people pleaser or want to please someone else, you may want to do that and use that as part of this whatever this is going on here. So basically, it may be a challenge. I don't think it's one of those challenges that's crazy, either. I just don't. And then the Lovers is the outcome, and where does this lead? And I do feel like it could be a decision, but I do feel like it is definitely, I'm going to do a what comes after this Lovers, please. Yeah, Ace of Coins. There's something coming in that's going to feel really good. It's leading to a relationship, but that relationship is also leading to something new, and probably something a little more substantial. This is really nice energy today. I will tell you that. The Knight of Wands is our advice. And I feel like I do feel like this has something to do with that king too. Go after what makes you feel good, like passionate and motivated, and stay motivated, and stay passionate, and really also with the Knight of Wands, I want to say don't think too hard, but at the same time, no, I mean, he's going after what he wants as far as his passion goes. And sometimes he doesn't think about it, and he just does it. And he says, this is what I'm passionate about. This is the way I feel I need to do. This is what I need to do, and I'm going to do it. And I feel like that's going to be, kind of key this week. I would look for that too, like look for what your passions really are. And I have a feeling that's what this King of Wands is too. You don't see this, but your true passion will come out this week. This is a really nice reading. I will tell you that. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know. Sorry it was long-winded, but I did a lot of explanations there. So anyway, take care. Have a beautiful day.